Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw the Raven from Fortnite. I'm going to get started at the top of my page with the eye. So let's move over to the left side and draw the upper edge of the eye. Starting from the outside, we're going to curve up and then down in the inside. Now let's leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the inside, curve up, and then out. Let's round out the edge of the eye. Starting on the left, we're going to curve around and then pull that in. Now I'm just going to work my way down towards the bottom of the eye and then just pull that up towards the inside. So it's almost like creating a long angled oval. Now we're going to move up above the eyes in the center and start with a point. Now this is going to be the edge of the hood. From this point, we're going to curve down towards the left and then out. I'm going to add a little notch on the left side, so it's almost like a half oval going up and then back down. From here, I want to curve out the side of the hood. I'm going to curve it out and then down towards the bottom. On the right side, we're just going to curve it out and then down towards the same height. Now let's connect these 2 points with the bottom edge of the hood. So we're going to round out the end, curve down towards the bottom, and we're going to work our way back up towards the right side, rounding out the corner. Now back in the center, I'm going to draw a straight line going up towards the top of the head. From here, we're going to draw on the outside of the hood. So from the center, I'm going to curve out and then down just beside this notch. And do the same thing on the right side, curving out and then pulling that down. From the left side, I'm going to blend into a curve going outwards. So I'm going to start by going down and then pulling that out on both sides. I'm going to round this out and pull this in underneath the head. Just blending it into a curve. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Let's add an oval at the top left area of the hood. Now we're going to move down and draw the scarf tucked in underneath the head. So we're going to start in the middle, we're going to step down towards the tip of the scarf. From this point, we're going to curve out and then up underneath the head on the left side. We'll go back to the center and do the same thing on the right, curving up underneath the head. In the center of the scarf, we're going to add a curve for a wrinkle. From the left, curve down, and then up. At the end of the scarf, we're going to step in and just curve out the side of the body. So we're going to start up here, we're going to curve out and then down. We're going to do the same thing on the right. So stepping down, curve out, and then down. Let's connect the bottoms with another curve, coming down in the middle, and then back up on the right side. We're going to take that curve and just duplicate it up above for the top edge of the belt. Now in the center, we're going to leave a gap and draw 2 lines on either side. One on the left, and then one on the right. We're going to add a belt loop on either side, so 2 straight lines coming down side by side. Now I'm going to add a strap on the side of the body. Starting at the top of the scarf, we're going to curve out and then just pull that in about halfway down the body. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Let's add a small buckle about halfway down the strap, so 2 straight lines, one above the other. Now I'm going to add a thin strap just below the scarf. So starting on the left side, we're going to curve down and then back up. We're going to take that curve and just duplicate it right below it. Now let's move to the left side, just underneath the scarf. We're going to curve out and then down behind the strap and then down towards the belt. Now that we've drawn the upper part of the body, let's layer some feathers around the head. So we're going to start right at the corner of the scarf. We're going to curve down and then just pull that out towards the left. Let's do the same thing on the right, curving down and then out towards the right. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction and tucking this in underneath the head, going up and then pulling that in. Now we're going to add a larger feather on the side. Starting up here, we're going to curve down and out towards the left. Do the same thing on the right, coming down and then just going straight out. From this point, we're going to curve in the opposite direction, but halfway we're going to add a notch. Curving up, about halfway. We're going to add a V, and then continue that curve in behind the head. Let's do the same thing on the right. We're going to start by curving up, about halfway. Add that V, and then continue in behind the head. Let's add another feather on the side pointing outwards. So from the top here, we're going to curve out towards the left, and then we'll pull that up. And then again, curving in the opposite direction in behind the head. So going up and then in. Let's add one more feather at the top here, but we're going to point these upwards. Starting from that same point, we're going to step out, so tucking this in underneath that feather. Do the same thing on the right, stepping out. And then again, curving the opposite direction in behind the head. Now let's move back down and draw on the legs. I'm going to start from the left hip. We're going to curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the right, going out and then down. We're going to curve in the opposite direction underneath the belt. Curving up and then in. We're going to tuck a smaller feather in behind. So about halfway down this curve, start with a straight line coming down, and then we'll curve in and then up underneath the belt. Now we're going to add one more feather in behind these two feathers on top. So from this point, we're going to step in, curve out, and then down, and then curving the opposite direction towards the inside of this feather. Curving in, and then pulling that up. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Curving down, and then back up underneath the second feather. Below the belt, we're going to step down and draw a curve from left to right for the lower torso, going across. Now on the left side, I'm going to step in, curve out, and then down toward the left heel. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. So from the heel to toe, we're going to curve down and back up on both sides. From the left toe, I'm going to draw the top of the foot. We're going to curve up and then down, aiming towards the heel, but we're going to stop right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right side, curving up and then down, aiming towards the heel. From the left side, I'm going to draw a short angled line going up, aiming towards the lower torso. Do the same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to follow that same curve going over the top of the foot to right about there. Now we're going to draw another angled line coming down towards the top of the foot. Let's take this corner right at the top here. We're going to aim towards the hip, but we're going to go up and underneath the feather. Now I'm just going to thicken up the sole. So we're going to take this bottom curve, step up, and just duplicate that. Now from the strap, we're going to step up and draw a curve coming down and then up towards the inside of the leg. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. Now on the inside edge of this leaf, we're just going to curve in and then down for the knee pad. Now we're going to add a torn edge just below the belt. Starting on the inside of this leaf, we're going to curve in and then down. And we're going to draw a half circle going up and then back down. We're going to draw a smaller one. Just draw a small half circle. And now we're going to curve this up and in towards the inside of this leaf. Just on the left side here, we're going to add a circle. And then on the right, we're going to draw a smaller one. Now let's add a strap on the left leg. So on the inside edge of this leaf, we're going to curve down, then in. We're going to step down and just draw that same curve. Now let's move up and draw on the arms. So we start at the bottom of the strap, we're going to curve out and then down. We're going to do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down. Back on the left side, we're going to draw on the thumb. So it's a small half circle. And at the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to come down and around the bracket and go up for the first finger. We're going to step down, swirl around the second finger. Now the third finger is going to go all the way around underneath the leaf. So we're going to go around and then pull that in underneath that leaf. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Start with the half circle for the thumb. Then we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to go around the bracket, go up, we step down, curve around the second finger, and then the third finger is going to go all the way around in behind the leaf. At the top of the arm, we're going to add the torn edge of the sleeve. Starting on the outside, just below the leaf, we're going to curve in and then down. Draw another half circle going up and then down. Now we're going to draw one more, we're going to come in towards the corner of the strap. Do the same thing on the right. Stepping down from the leaf, we'll curve in and then down. Draw that half circle. Now we're going to curve up and in towards the bottom of the strap. In this area, we're going to add a circle just for opening in the shoulder. Let's add a circle at the bottom here on the right side. Back on the left side, let's add the edge of the glove. From the wrist, we're going to curve out and then up towards the left. We're going to step up and draw that same curve. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting from the wrist, we'll curve out and then up, stepping up, draw that same curve. Now we're going to add one more strap on the left arm here. So we're taking this curve, we're going to step up and duplicate that. Now we step up again. Now this is going to go behind this point here. Continue towards the inside of the arm. Let's add the end of the band here. Right here we're going to curve up and then out. We'll square off the end. And we curve this back in towards the inside of the arm. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's the Raven from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.